Ready, Kim? Ready. All meet the honor. We have a pledge of
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Review and approve warrant number 39 for $16,516.88. Warrant number 40 for $39,215.81.
I'll move that we approve.
All in favor? Review and approve minutes of March 19th, 2019 meeting.
Move that we approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? Approved. Thank you. Comments from the public?
Yes, I feel Chief Curtis should be allowed to be back on the fire department. There was mistakes made on everybody's part on this situation, and I don't feel it's right for him to be liquidated out like this. Maybe stepping down out of his position is a good solution, but I don't think with a medical license that we should force him out completely. Thank you.
Selectman contacted outside the meeting.
Lots of discussion about the flyer that went out all around town.
About what?
The flyer that went out all around town.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who did it?
No, I actually wasn't contacted with him.
I didn't see it. What happened?
Yeah, what was the flyer? I didn't see it either.
Okay, next discussion with representatives from warehouse. That's you fellows right there.
Yep.
Wait, there were comments from the public.
What do you say?
I was just saying, there are some of us who don't know what the flyer was. What was it? You didn't see it
I don't
either?
have a copy with me, but it was bashing me, the highway department, the Woodstock Fire Department, a whole range of things.
What's the difference on them bashing us, though? I mean, we have documentation from them bashing us as a fire department.
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen the one where they say I pulled a school bus over with a blue light when I was headed to an EMT call in Bethel to do CPR with a police officer? Not the one about we can't go to their fish fry because me and Albert Curtis beat up Devin Benson in front of his family and my family? How about all them documents?
We need the other document about Marty. He thought it was justified for her.
The one where you guys justified Fabian Corview for slapping her in the face for interrupting a meeting?
Well, he wouldn't.
We take this up at a different time.
We've tried taking it up at different time, and every time we put it on the agenda, you guys shoot us away and call us 5 minutes before the meeting and say that's not on the agenda no more. We've spent 3 months trying to get a meeting with you three, and you have refused to talk to us the whole time. And if there's an issue with him going over his budget, then maybe we need to sit down and look at how you guys are spending his money on his budget. Winter started in October.
I've had enough. Shut up.
I think that's a little rude.
You're damn right.
Why don't you watch your mouth?
You be
expect
quiet
us to?
now if you're going to ask to leave. Now, the gentleman from Wells.
Thank you. I've got just the business cards here. We don't want to take much of your time tonight. We just wanted to introduce or reintroduce ourselves. Plum Creek has been in the area as a landowner for a little while, and we merged with Weyerhaeuser back in 2016. So we've had some changes in personnel and things, and haven't really had an opportunity. We just wanted to come and tell you who we are, a little bit about what we're doing. You probably know a lot about where we're at in Maine, but there's a couple of fact sheets you can just look at there that talk about the land we own and some of what we do. We have one of our foresters, Gordon Leekman, here with me, and then Ben Camps, who I think has been in touch with a couple of you, set the meeting up. But we've no agenda, just to introduce ourselves and give you some points of contact for us as a landowner in the town. We appreciate the close or the good working relationship we've had with our timber operations. That's really our core business and what we do. We have about 850,000 acres in Maine, and we manage that sustainably through the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. So, my role is public affairs manager. I cover New England, and then these two guys are boots on the ground, and they do the planning, and they're kind of a good resource for questions and things like that as they come up day to day. So I'll let Ben say a few words. And
yeah, well, I'll just echo what Chris had to say. Appreciate the time, because I didn't want to take up too much of it, but really just wanted to stop by and introduce ourselves. And as Chris mentioned, I'm the planning manager for New England, so we really have 3 separate functions in New England. We have the upfront planning, so what's the best thing to do with every acre. Then we have the harvesting team, which Jordan is a part of. And then we have the silviculture team as well, so the replanting, the survival checks, things like that. So just a little bit of how we're organized.
Yep, and just so you all know, the day-to-day operations with the logging contractors, that's what I oversee. Whether it comes from when they should be hauling wood, not to damage any roads, that's a major role I play, especially this time of year. Doing a good job environmentally and making sure they're adhering to the law, Forest Protection Act. That's my role. If any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to give a business card. I brought a few. Anything like that. Would you like one?
I'd like them to. Yeah, I'd like one.
You'd like one too?
you could leave them with the Selectman.
Yep, I'll leave a couple if you guys can make a copy.
We can make copies.
But any questions arise, feel free to contact me. If it's within my realm of my responsibilities, I'll be happy to meet with you and talk with you. If it goes above my responsibilities, it will go to one of these 2 gentlemen.
So, I don't know if you have any questions for us tonight. One of the things I'd like to mention too, we have the Warehouse of Giving Fund is our philanthropic giving side of the business, and so we take it as a competitive grant process, but we really focus that on the communities where we own land, where our employees live and work. So towns like Greenwood, some of the small towns like around Greenville, Jackman area, Bingham, those are kind of some of those small communities where we really feel like they are the communities that we want to see thrive and that often need the help to do that. So if you hear, if you have needs or plans around the town and community, or you have other organizations that work in the community that you feel are beneficial, I'd encourage them to go online to warehouser.com, and right there's all the giving fund. You can find that there, and then you can see the different things that are eligible, different categories of eligibility for that. So it's something I just put out there to you, and if you have questions about it, definitely get in touch with me or have others get in touch with me.
Are you still logging this area in town of Greenwood?
Yep, we are. We're going to finish up tomorrow. No hauling. Hauling was ended. Warm conditions last week. We haven't hauled any wood out. And when we've been hauling the past several weeks, it's been freezing conditions, so as not to damage any of the roads.
I have a question on that.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. We're kind of here to talk to the select board. I don't know if you want to open it up to not that we don't want to talk to the public, but we did make the meeting with you, and I think it's...
Well, I don't mind a short spell.
Okay, yeah, I just don't want to take too much of the time from your meeting, so, yeah.
It's not a big, huge issue, but I live on Irish Neighborhood Road, and I know you guys have been logging, and I have nothing against logging and how important that is to our economy. However, I did ask someone specifically about what the hauling after the roads are posted, and one of the things it says that you're not supposed to be driving on roads if there's standing pools. There's standing pools on the Irish Neighborhood Road below where you drive out, and I've been down when you've been driving and you're breaking off. There are like some really major issues there, and I understand that the temperatures were below the driving thing. I know the rules, but it would be nice if you guys could like contribute something to help repair some of the roads that you've been driving on, which we have suffered through some really serious damage this year. So
So I
if you
think-
could consider that, that would be great.
Did you say you've been working with the road commissioner?
I haven't been contacted by him yet. I haven't seen him over there. I've been monitoring the roads, and I don't know how much the damage we can attest to logging versus plowing.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I
And it's a
think,
valid
if you-
concern.
you know, I
Would the
would bring
road
that up.
commission, would the road commissioner have something to say about that?
He would, I would think,
I mean,
in all the other towns that we.
If he is,
we work
I'm sure
in,
he's
so.
been by and looked at the road.
He has been, he was out there. The logging contractor and myself never received a phone call. Usually those are the first
The other
frontline
thing I'll
guys.
say as a logger is that sometimes, you know, the trucker will come in and it'll be an iffy situation, you have to make a judgment call. And you can go in and load up, and by the time you get out, maybe there's a little bit of water standing, but that doesn't necessarily mean the road's thawed out underneath.
Right,
Well, I
that's
mean, we
correct.
we certainly want to
Be a
do our,
minimum, it could be in the sun and a little bit of runoff into it and stuff like that.
Yep.
I don't think any logger wants to save the road out.
no, it
No.
doesn't do us any good, but it's a, you know, we take that comment to heart and
Thank
we'll
you.
take a look at that.
Thank
and,
you, I appreciate
You
it.
know, I would say that we do contribute our share because we don't, timberland doesn't really demand any services, but we do pay taxes and those taxes hopefully go to things like the roads, so, but I
But
take
they're
your point.
reduced
and-
taxes.
So,
And the other taxes that we pay are heavier taxes that we pay when we have to pay for the roads. So I just would like you to take into
Yeah.
consideration
No,
that there's a lot of us who drive on those roads. And I take consideration for all of you guys. When you have big trucks going someplace, I give you the right of way. Because you're bigger than me. But
I'm not very big.
the other thing, your trucks are, but the other thing is that, you know, I just see what happens to the roads and the traffic that happens on them. And I know that we contribute to that, but I know that big heavy roads contribute a lot more. And it would be nice if you would think about, you know, maybe there's something you could contribute to helping our roads get better. It's just personal opinion.
Okay.
And I'm not against logging, don't get me wrong.
I don't think you should be in here, but.
No, I know it's a big part of our economy.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to comment that the people, the folks living in the Irish Greenwood on the west end do appreciate the practices of the logging crew. Very slow driving, very conscious. They greatly appreciate that. So they're
Yes.
very good outfit.
Make
We
sure
really
to pass it
do.
along to the
And
contractor.
all of the guys have also been very considerate when I have stopped and asked someone a question. They have been very congenial to me. So I'm just expressing, we need some help on our roads.
I think our road
I
department
have a
had the
very
comment.
simple question. The parcel of land that you own off the Greenwood Road, what are your plans for it for the next 12 months? What are your plans for it for the next 5 years?
Well, good question. I mean, timberlands are really, our focus is on timber management. So that really is our plans for the next 12 months and the next 5 years and the next 50 years in terms of managing every acre for timber production. So that's the same for Greenwood, it's the same for all our other ownership here in Maine.
Okay.
Like that.
Yes, sir.
I'm the road foreman, Tom Greenwood, and I've been over many times checking you guys, and I see no problem. Potholes come from water sitting on the road, and we patched them, and they got so plowed, and it takes the patch out. We've done it all over town, patching. It's just been a bad year.
It's unending here.
It is. It's been-
I like the little seasons up above your head there.
Yeah. So, you know, I think you guys do, you logged all winter on the Greenwood Road, and we bet you guys plowing, and you guys pull over and let us go by. It's been great to talk to us, so I have no problem with you guys at all.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, if you have any questions, please, any one of the three of us. Yep, thank you for the time.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Prime seats.
Okay, next we have a request for town meeting warrant article to opt in to allow the sale of manufacturing processing of medical marijuana.
Yeah, Nick and Janet have given us some paperwork and are asking for a warrant article on our town meeting warrant.
Well, I believe that the regulations are that we should allow a vote on anything that is not going to be illegal. I think that's what I've read, that just vote on something that's going to be okay, and then we should allow the vote. You think, Amy?
Yeah, I'm fine with letting people vote on.
I mean,
I think we have to honor the request to put it on the warrant.
Yeah, whatever the citizens decide is whatever they decide.
Absolutely.
Okay with me.
Okay, so you're in. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, next, review of fire department payroll minimum wage increase.
Now that is a paperwork that Albert III brought in.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It shows in red is what they currently earn per hour. The minimum wage was just bumped to $11. So a lot of them are at minimum wage.
So we said we should do whatever we're supposed to do, that's for sure.
So next,
We're all up that way, we don't have to do anything.
No. But, whatever.
If I can just comment on that, the reason why we were doing that is because right now, if we have somebody else come in for a new firefighter that's got no experience whatsoever, he's gonna be making just as much as the same guy that's put in 10, 15 years and done hours and hours and hours of training without getting paid. He's gonna be making the same as that new guy that just come in. That's the reason why we were.
Yeah. Well, I think we certainly should consider it.
and then come next December, it'll be another $1.
Yeah.
Consider, think about it.
Well, we own their quarterly payroll. So we need to, if you want to think about that's fine, and we can pay them their current wage and then let you decide what you want to do. And
I'd like to take a little bit of time to work on that, so and see what you think, Amy. Should have a little time to.
Yep, we can discuss it.
I'm not opposed to it, but okay, review and sign assessor's return for Oxford County. That's right here.
Right there in front of you, yes.
We don't have any choice, but we've got to sign it.
I got one thing, Fred, I just want to comment there that I'm not overdrawn in any of my budgets, so. To make people know that I'm not overdrawn in any of them.
Did well. Been a hard winter. Okay, next scheduled public hearing on proposed budget for year 2019 and 2020.
Okay, to schedule your next meeting?
Oh, have the hearing at our
next meeting?
Yep. Okay with me?
Here anyway?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's April 16th, right?
Yes.
So start at 5 o'clock, budget hearing at the beginning of the meeting?
You want it, that's fine.
Is that how we usually do it?
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah. Okay, now we have the executive session for 1 MRSA 456A need personnel matters and legal consultation. Put that twice a week.
Yeah.